What's he doing now? Hello, YouTube. This is just an experiment to see if I can clean this up. It had Bondo in it, same as the paint can. We're going to see if we can clean this up after it's been in a fire. We do have a use for the can once we're done. Now, we got our $2 wire brush. You know where I got it. Here, we'll show you the item number. This is probably under $2. This is the best wire brush I've ever owned. It's not brass, it's just brass coated steel. Steel wire brush. See? Got a mask, goggles. Let's go to work and see what it looks like. We're going to wire brush it first, then we'll be back. Okay, this is just hand brushing. I tried shoving it down in there. Next, we got one smaller than this. One of our cheap wire brush kit. We're going to go to very slow speed now. We're going to try to do the edges down in the grooves, like on the lid. We're going to go really a slow speed. We may use those Dremel ones, sacrifice one to see how good it works in a Dremel rotary tool. If I can find them, they're brand new brushes. They're around here somewhere. Let's try it on the one on the drill here. It's at a real slow speed. Okay, this ain't looking too bad. See where I get right down and make it shiny? And it's how you use the wheel. I mean, you could come in here like this at an angle with the wheel instead of this way. And I was going slow enough that if I pressed hard on any corner or down in these cracks, it would slow the drill down. So that's the speed I was using. I think that looks oily wet because that's the resin from the Bondo. See that? How it's staining? We're not so much worried about the inside. We just want to clean up the can and use it. Well, we're going to do an experiment. We're going to lightly use one of these, because you could eat right through this tin. These things are very aggressive. I've showed these before. You can't use these this way. You have to use it on the edge, the way they're glued together. So that's just too extreme. We have this. This one. I think I'm right. One of these doesn't do much at all. Another experimental fiber brush, but we'll try them. So this is kind of an experiment. We all can see what we can do here with a piece of metal like this, because it could be anything burnt in a fire and you want to save it. It could be like a knife blade or some other artifact you found. So it's a learning experience. It's something to do. It's cold out and I'm out in the shop where it's warm. So let's go back and see what works. Well, this did the best job, but you have to go on edge. You cannot go this way. So in the drill, imagine it in the drill, you'll figure out which way you gotta do that. Sometimes I've been scraping with one of my little scraper tools, see it? We're not too worried about the inside. We just may store stuff in it. You know, just spray clear coat on this and leave it still. It's not gonna rust that much. Nooks and crannies, like down here you can use screwdrivers. But you could tell there's still stuff on there by the colors. Like a mill scale, see that? We'll work on a little bit more. Then I don't know what I'm using it for. I've thought of several different things I could use a can like this for, but it's something to do. Test my brushes, see how good they work. So stay tuned, we'll be back for our final results and opinions. Well, we did this for the this is the last one we used. We went over it. So it's not bad. You could paint this can and look pretty nice, used for something. Inside we might just spray some clear in there. So that's not really wet and oily, it's just dark. Or some of the Bondo would burnt but not burnt completely. I'm sure I mentioned this was a Bondo can, same as the paint can. Now this ribbon worked pretty good on this lid. I left this just to show you. I could have took it off. It took off that burned on Bondo. I think you can see it on there, right where my thumb is. Everything gets so shiny, blows up. So there you go. You can end up cleaning up something like this. It could be anything made out of tin. Just be careful, this is thin. These are very aggressive. You could eat a hole through there. Said everything worked best on the edge. Even these. If you can tell, see I'm always using the edge of this when it's in the drill. Okay, we're done. Thanks for watching this little experiment. I have trouble spelling that word, so every time I go to put it in the title of something, I have to make sure the spell checker's working. So we're out of here. We had enough of this.